soul. The Lunatik Raider Show. Always on the road. Skyline to the desert. Feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. The Raider Show keeps spinning, but secrets vacuous keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatik Raider Show, always on the road. The city like splash me, right at the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatik Raider, always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, pen and bitches so right. Love with a brand new secret. Yo, no, the spirit is so star. Pull your orb in that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas sleep. The words you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatik Raider Show, always on the road. Skyline to the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. The Raider Show keeps spinning, but secrets vacuous keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatik Raider Show, always on the road. The city like splash me, right at the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatik Raider, always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, pen and bitches so right. Love with a brand new secret. Yo, no, the spirit is so star. Pull your orb in that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas sleep. The words you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatik Raider Show, always on the road. Skyline to the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise! This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it do, Raider Nation? What it do, man? It is Monday in the building, and we here. Today we got a good show for you, man. We're gonna go ahead and there's always just been a big discussion about the number 6 overall pick. Possibility we have big choices to make. There will be a lot of good talent there at 6. You see the poll in the chat. What say you, y'all? If all these guys that I named, as far as Genty, Sanders, Graham, and McMillan are all there at 6, what do you do? What do you do? So what we're going to do is look at those 4 guys. We're going to look at their production of last year, what they bring to the table, and then we're going to have to break down what is our necessity as far as position and what that player brings to that position. Like I said, I would never take a number 4 running back over a number 1 wide receiver. If you're going for the best available, that is not the best available. But you also got to add a twist to it where it's not only best available, but best available of need. But sometimes there's some generational guys, like last year, we could not overlook Bowers, even though we drafted Mayer the year before. You just don't do that. And sometimes there's going to be exceptions to the rule where you just grab the best overall dude at that time. Do we do the same this year? Do we do the best at that time at 6? Which direction do we go? Do we go running back, wide receiver, quarterback, defensive tackle? There's a lot, and there's guys in there that can be the needle mover. You know what I mean? Some could be just potentially in the long term will eventually take over the realm, such as if we go Shedeur Sanders. There's rumors floating out there. Shout out to Raider Syndicate, man. I see your question, bruh. What are my thoughts on Diggs becoming a Raider? We seen Geno Smith throwing passes to him. Hot damn it. We're going to get into it, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Let's go ahead and get into the world's most dangerous chat. We got Mike G in the building, man. What it is, man. Hey, salute to you. Billy Davis in the house, man. What it is, brother. For real. Raider Paul in the building, and you already know.
I'm out of town. There you go. There you go.
Hell yeah. Then we got to go down here a little bit more, man. You feel me? Robert Pinion in the building, man. Salute to you, man. I hope all is well. Thank you for pulling up, man. Appreciate you, Raider Syndicate. There we go. I wouldn't mind Diggs. We seen him working with Geno, able to cut, even coming off that ACL. It looks like he's healthy. And to have a threat at number 1 wide receiver, such as himself, that would be great. What would be the numbers as far as contract-wise? See, we have to. I'm telling you, the Raiders are building something, y'all. If all these little clues we're getting all come to fruition, we see Geno Smith working with Shedeur Sanders. Perfect. And everybody said, even Deion Sanders said, Geno is a perfect example of a mentor for Shedeur. That means Shedeur won't mind sitting behind. Geno is teaching him as he's out there playing. What is the contract we give Geno? Is it a 2-year deal? Is it a 3-year deal? I don't know. But in that process, you do have the ability of having somebody who already has chemistry, not only to the starting quarterback with Shedeur, if Shedeur is the pick, but Tom Brady that's been training Shedeur Sanders ever since high school. So you got 2 threads of connection there. The quarterback that we traded for and the brand new minority owner in Tom Brady. So those two together, just imagine what Tom Brady and Geno Smith can do with Shedeur Sanders under their wing. The greatest to ever do it, and the current quarterback of the team. How lucky? How could you be and everybody's saying Shedeur gonna drop? So what you telling me is he needs more development, which that's bullshit. We looked at his numbers. I heard people say, "Oh, Shedeur just hasn't showed me improvement over the couple of years he was at Colorado." That's bullshit. I showed y'all all his numbers went up. Improvement in every category. So don't give me that. It's like they trying to pick and choose and find shit to just devalue what Sanders is a hell of a quarterback. You say, oh, he's cocky. What about confidence? You want a motherfucker that's unsure of himself? Like, I don't know if I can win. I'm going to try my best to be the best that I am. He's saying, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to help change shit. That's the quarterback you want. You think Tom Brady was a bitch? You know what I mean? I don't know if I can win. He had to bust his ass to get to where he was. Shedeur Sanders has that same thing. He didn't want nothing given to him. When somebody, see, y'all be reading the room wrong. When he comes in and he says, if your team don't want to change the environment of your team, don't draft me. You know what that tells me? He's somebody that wants to help build something. He wants to help change if you guys been losing, I want to help change that. Why would you not want a quarterback like that? You can't say he's not a good, accurate thrower. He's 74% last year. But we're going to get into it, man. Shout out. Let me get back to the chat, man. But good question, Raider Syndicate, man. I appreciate you. Lobby one, what it is, man. Top of the afternoon. I be forgetting I ain't in the mornings no more. For real. Just Raider, baby, what it is, man. Hey, thank you for pulling up, brother. For real. It's always a pleasure to have you here, man. For real. Where are my other guys at? Where's the usual suspect? Wait a minute. Did my mother freaking fracking? Oh, it did. Hold on real quick, y'all. Oh yeah, I gotta have the theme in the background. It'd be too quiet, boy. I go stir crazy with no sound. You feel me? Lawrence E, what it is, man. Salute to you. Top of the afternoon, top of the evening, however you want to call it. SoCal Sound the building. Oh, we're going to get into it today, boy. Good show for you. Black and Grayed Out, what it is, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm scrolling through trying to get so we can get to this show, bro. Got stuff lined up. We're going to break everything down, and I want to get y'all guys' opinion. For real, for real. Hashim Shabazz, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Let me see. Raider Goon, what it is, brother. For real, salute to you. Let me see. Scroll it down, man. Yeah, I've been busy, man. Let me tell y'all something in a minute. Brando, what it is, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. Appreciate you. Doppelganger in the building. Salute to Doppelganger, man. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. For real. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, too. I see you over there. For real, if you guys want to come on over here to YouTube, man, and jump in the chat, man, I got a poll going on asking who the Raiders should pick at 6. Once again, is it Genty, Sanders, McMillan, or Graham? Those are the 4 guys that I think will be there at 6. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, who's the most important position that will be available out of those 4 guys that we should pick over the others? We're going to get into it, man, in depth. For real, for real. Navy vet, my guy, man, what it is, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Let me see this. We got everybody in here this morning, boy. Yeah, we with it. We with it this morning. For real, for real. Hold on, I gotta get to the bottom of the chat, man. See if everybody in there, man. Raider Dab, salute. Thank you for pulling up, for real. It's always a pleasure, for real, for real. All right, man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into the show, man. So like I was saying, we're going to address the number 6 problem. Let me give me some agua, bro, so I can wet my whistle. Wet my whistle. Y'all don't remember that shit. All right. let's get into the nitty gritty of things, man. Shall we start? We're just gonna jump into it. I already gave you the leeway. Oh, before I get started, I want to let y'all know if this is your first time here, please subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment, share, and hit that notification bell. Remember, guys, about a year ago, I told you I was on a mission to develop an app. Well, it's gonna be done in a couple of weeks. So it's called Raider Vision, RAIDERVIZION.com. It's going to be your one-stop platform for everything Raider. You're going to be able to have links to buy airline tickets, hotels, and game tickets to Raider games. If you want to travel, no longer do you have to scour the web. I'm bringing everything to you on one website. So you'll be able to have links to hotels.com, bookings.com, what else I got on there? Southwest Airlines, Allegiant Airlines, Ticketmaster, Vivid Seats. You're going to be able to go to all these games, all these different links on one website to find your tickets. If you want to go out of town and go to an out-of-town Raider game, find your airfare, find your hotel, and get your game tickets all at one stop. Not only that, there's another page called Raiders Drip. Y'all know the famous show I do. I'm going to bring that back too. Raiders Drip has all the links to everything Raider there. From Hatland to New Era to NFL Shop to Raider Image. All the links are brought to you. Click and it goes straight to the Raider merchandise. You don't have to see none of that other bullshit ass teams. No donkeys, no queefs, no dischargers, no 69ers, none of that shit. It's going straight to the Raider shit so y'all can find hats, jackets, shirts, everything you can think of Raider is brought to your fingertips. We also going to have the 2025 schedule so you can see the dates and times of every Raider game this season. So when you do go want to find, I want to go to this game in this city to see this team, you go over to the next page, find you tickets, find your airline ticket and hotel stay. So everything is going to be brought to you. I'm adding more to it as we speak. Also, there is a page called the Legends of the Shield, which gives a shout out to all the old school Raiders who have been inducted to football's Hall of Fame, but there will be honorable mentions of those who have not made the Hall of Fame yet, but we still, as the fan base of the Raiders, find that they deserve their flowers now, and some may not even be here no more with us, such as Otto and so forth, man, and we want to show our love and respect toward all the guys that wore the silver and black. So Raider Vision will be up and running shortly. I will keep you guys up to date on that one. Also, there's going to be more added to it. So right now, I just got the main stuff I'm adding to that page. I got the 2025 schedule, Raiders Drip, Legends of the Shield, game travel, and I think that's all. I got those 4 pages right now, but there's going to be more added. As soon as I come up with more things to put on there, because the original idea was so extensive that I went to go search for somebody that was a web an app developer, and they was charging me $6,000. You know what I mean, to get it done. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna use AI, and I'm not talking about Allen Iverson. I'm talking about artificial intelligence helping me do this shit, and it's coming along greatly. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Before the show's over, I'll give you an example of how it looks, how it's gonna be put together, man. And man, I'm looking for y'all support, man. I'm bringing it to y'all so everything will be all at your fingertips, anything and everything Raiders. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this, man. Make sure I got everybody in here. Sacktown Raider Mike, what it is, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did I forget anybody else? Oh, I see Raider Peach. I told you to change your name, girl. Let me quit. Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to jump into it. Oh, Furpo, I gotta hey, he always comes through.
From out of town. There you go. There you go.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I appreciate that. He said, hold on. I'm reading something and it just went past me. God dang it, son of a gun. Oh. He said, play that Raider screen from Beast Mode to D. I just did, man. We about to get into it, man. John Leon in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. I hope all is well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it, shall we? Let's go. First up, we have Ashton Gentry, or Genty. Running back, Boise State, y'all know this. Is 2024, this past season, statistics, 5'9", 215 pounds. That's a solid dude. At 5'9", 215, that's solid, man. It's solid. I know what that is. How you know what that is, Lunatic? Because I'm 5'6", 211. So, yeah, we know what it is. And as you know, I ain't no sloppy dude, but I got, you know what I mean? Got that writer in me. But, for his career, he has carries, or this last season, he had 374 carries for 2,601 yards with an average of 7 yards per carry and 29 touchdowns. But in the air, in the receiving game, 23 receptions, 138 yards with 1 TD. Considered to be the number 1 running back in this year's draft. I think he's a junior. I think he's coming out early as a junior. But this dude had hype. That's why I don't think the tread on him ain't nowhere to be concerned with. Some people might look 374 carries. That's, you know what I mean, 2,600 yards. That's a lot. But he did that all in 1 year with only 3 years under his belt in college. I would not be mad at this. A lot of people say that Genty is too high for 6. My worst case scenario is if all 4 of these guys are there at 4, trade back about 4 or 5 spots. Accumulate you an extra pick, whether it's the 2nd, 3rd, or whatnot, and you still might be able to get Genty. If not, you will be able to get one of the other 3 that we're going to talk about as well. So Genty, high up as one of the top elite running backs in this year's draft. The competition at Boise State, you know, in that conference ain't really superb. But then again, we didn't say that about Max Crosby. You see where I'm going? So with that being said, man, that is a very, very good possibility. Even if we don't agree with him at 6, if the Raiders were to take him at 6, could you be mad? Could you be mad? You know what you're going to get. This dude don't go down on first contact. He's going to get, and he's got great vision. The way he cuts, man, I tell you, boy, this dude, and let's not put Barry Sanders in the mix just because this is another short running back, short and stocky. Let's not go there. You can see similarities, but we're not saying this is the next Barry Sanders. We need to stop that shit. Let him be the next Ashton Genty. Let's do that one. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, I would not be mad at this. Genty is solid at running back. So that would be a choice of mine if the Raiders did take him. But I would say I don't believe at 6 I would want to take him at 6. But because of how they place the value on running backs. Running backs nowadays, the value ain't like superb or elite. You know what I mean? You get a every now and then type of running back, such as your Barry Sanders or your Bo Jacksons. Those are the guys that you can, yes, just what they bring something. But can Genty be that? Yes, but what if he doesn't? You know what I mean? How many running backs have we seen that were the next big thing and didn't amount to that? You know what I mean? We knew when Saquon Barkley came out, he was him. Giants just don't know how to keep on the good talent nowadays. They just, I don't know, they fumble. They fumble a lot. So it is what it is. And that was another thing with Genty that was brought up as well. They're talked about the measurements of the forearm of the running back, and he did coming out the gate of last season, had 4 fumbles, but that was only out of the first three games, I think, out of last season. He fumbled, and after that, none at all. So take it for what you want. Did he correct the miscue of fumbling the balls within that season last year? It looks like it. Like I said, he had about 4 of them coming out the gate, but for the rest of the season, nada. Not one. So I think problem fixed. I think he figured out a way to take better care of the ball and not turn it over the way he has been. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next guy, please. Mr. Mason Graham. Mason Graham, defensive end, man. I'm telling you, or they got him as a DE. Hold on, man. I got it coming off that edge, boy. Number 55, double nickel. Out of Michigan, 2024 stats, 6'3", 320 pounds. Big, solid dude. Don't look at that DE shit. That's a miscue. That's a miscue. So as a tackle, he had 46 tackles, 24 of those being solo, one pass defended, and he had 3.5 sacks, no forced fumbles, no interceptions. He's a disruptor. He is a disruptor. This would be a good guy to add as well. Very disruptive, that's what you want to do on defense, especially if you add him to Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby, and then you got Kuntz coming back on a 1-year prove-it deal. That is something I would not mind at all. We know they say, defense still wins championships. Philadelphia showed us this. So his value compared to a Genty, as deep as the running back class is in the in the draft, I think Graham will probably have a higher value than Genty, what he brings, because we can always find other running backs. I don't think the DT class is that deep, as deep as a running back class, so you would have to grab them early and often if that's what your team needs. But solid production. I don't see him just being a solo, just wreak havoc, but he wouldn't be by himself. He would be with other Raiders on his team as well, doing their thizzle. Let me see. Yeah, Pete does draft, like you said. It's known that he goes after his corners first draft. But we did another side note before we continue on. Danae Holmes has been re-signed with the Raiders on a 1-year deal, cornerback. So that's another body in the. Not saying that he's gonna be a starter, but competition. I see what what Pete Carroll is creating, competition, and that's exactly what he said coming in. So at least we know he didn't lie to us. You feel me? So yeah, Mason Graham is another dude that at 6 is a possibility. But like I said, I think he has more value than Ashton Genty does, just because the fact of his defensive, him being on the defensive side of the ball, and defense is the way that you got to get them damn trophies. The only way you're gonna get them trophies is with defense. Because if I score 7 and I give up 7, that ain't going. I know they say fair exchange ain't no robbery, but shit, you robbing yourself of a chance to win. You feel me? Next up, Shedeur Sanders. This is where we want to get into the nitty gritty. Shedeur Sanders. A lot has been said about this young man, but like I said, you look at him coming out of Colorado, his 2024 season, 6'2", 215 pounds. He completed 353 passes out of 477 attempts. He had a completion percentage of 74%. Come on, y'all. 74%. 74%. And I know what a lot of people's going to say. Well, he had Travis Hunter to throw to. What do you think if he came to the Raiders, he going to throw to on our team? What, Jacoby Myers, who didn't drop one pass? Or how about a Brock Bowers, rookie of the year, breaking all the tight end records? So if he had a high caliber type of receiver at Colorado and he comes to the pros and has the same thing, but more, how can you, what are we comparing here? You know what I mean? We had 2 1,000-yard receivers on this team, and we know we didn't have a quarterback. Why else would you trade for Geno Smith? Would you trade for Smith to go compete with AOC? Good luck. When them RPO plays come up, good luck, AOC. Gonna get like a 0.93 yard per average. So yeah, he attempted 477 passes, completed 353 at a 74% completion percentage. Bruh, anything 65 on up, I always say that's what you pay attention to. I'll give you ideas of people who pass for over 70% completion percentage. Let's see. Bo Nix broke the college record for completion percentage. I think he was at 77. The 2 years ago, it was CJ Stroud that was 70%. In that same draft, you had Hendon Hooker, who was at 71 or 72%. Now, you get people that's around 60 or below. Richardson of Indianapolis. How does that show you? What is that showing you? You know what I mean? You got coming out of college this year. You got good guys in Shador Sanders. I think Cam Ward. Who else was 70%? Dylan Gabriel. All these guys 70% and up. That's where you want your quarterback at. I don't care. They say, oh, that's only intermediate. These guys all went deep. Pause. These guys all went deep. So for this guy to have a 74% completion percentage, you know what I mean? Bruh, you gotta count, and he has over 477 attempts. Bruh. So he had 4,134 passing yards this past season, an average of 8.7 yards per completion. He had 37 touchdowns and 10 INTs, and I didn't count any other touchdowns that he ran in for. Matter of fact, let's add that to the motherfucking thing, because you know you got a guy that can do both. How many rushing touchdowns did Shador Sanders have in 2024? Not to mention the 4 touchdowns he got on the ground, bringing his total to 41 touchdowns this past season at Colorado. You can't blame the Pac-12 no more and say, oh, that's a weak conference. They're not in that conference no more. What, they Big 12 now? And the other ones from the Pac-12 went to the Big 10? So, I mean, they went to the bowl game. Every year they got better. And they keep saying, well, what? I heard that Shador said that people been asking him questions at the combine. What are you going to do without your dad? Motherfucker, what did you do without yours? You moved on and became your own man in life, right? There's a time when you lose your father. Whether you leave the nest and go on and be your own man, or whatever reason he's gone. What kind of dumbass question is that? What are you going to do without your dad? Let me see. Get a job, pay bills, get my own spot. You know what I mean? Take care of my business, be responsible, and everything he instilled in me, carry that on over to be a good man and a great man that he raised me to be. That's what I'm going to do without my dad. Come on, y'all. These motherfuckers at the combine asking dumbass questions. And then they ask him what he brings to a team. You call it cocky. I call it confidence. And only the great can be. What was Kobe too cocky? What about Michael Jordan? Was he too cocky? Because he knew Larry Bird? You ain't never heard the stories? Larry Bird coming in the All-Star weekend into the locker room when they was going to do the 3-point shootout, and he said, what'd he say? He said, all y'all coming in after second. What'd he say? He said he was going to win that shit, and he did. Michael Jordan wasn't the same way. I'm going to give you the business. It wasn't cockiness. It was, he knew what he can do. So why are we looking at Shador any less? Oh, because it's his dad? If his dad was, let's say his dad was Michael Jordan, will we look at him any different? You know what I mean? You see, Michael Jordan's son didn't do shit in basketball. They played college, and that was it. And I always look to a famous past star of a certain sport. I love to see they kids do great. I was rooting for Walter Payton's son. You know what I mean? I want Jerry Rice's son. I get a kick out of seeing the next generation. Everybody's not Bronny. But then some are. Shador's not Bronny. You know what I mean? So let's come on NFL teams. Let's stop with the bullshit. Matter of fact, I got something from let me see. I'm gonna break something down real quick. Let me bring this on over. I wanted part 2. So I'm gonna bring that over. And I'm gonna bring this over. I need to find which one was part 2. So I just want to play some of these things about Shador, since we're talking about him, and just the way his approach is. He doesn't get rattled or bothered. He stays in the pocket. He doesn't get antsy feet. He's mobile. See, people think he ain't athletic just because you don't see him run. Because he wants to be a pocket dude. It's no different than what Michael Penix Jr. did. Stayed in the pocket all through. Never had really took off and ran. But when he got to the combine, he ran a 4.45. Everybody was, wow, I didn't know he can run because he stayed in the pocket because he chose to. Shedeur stays in the pocket because he chose to. He wants to be a quarterback complete. Now, if he has to run, he will. But I mean, it's just crazy the shit that people say just to make it so, oh, we don't want it. His daddy coaching fucking college football. What are you going, after the game Saturday, you gonna fly to Vegas and be in the locker room telling his son what to do? Like he ain't listening to the offensive coordinator. You know Chip Kelly gonna have him right, boy. And he got Geno Smith there. And Tom Brady. Why does his dad need to be there when the guy I hired to train my son is minority owner? What the fuck sense does that make? You don't even want to be around if you don't trust. And if I don't trust the coaching staff, why did I, son, you're not going there. You know what I mean? And if I guarantee you, if Deion made his son not go to a team that drafted him, they going to talk shit about it, but they fucking praise the Mannings. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
What you doing wearing that hat?
Man, I'm a Raider fan, man.
All right.
I'm praying for you, man.
You want him to go to Raiders?
I want to go to Raiders so bad. I hope the God they trade up for you. But
well, everybody trying to make my stock drop right now, so who knows, man?
Nah, hell no. We're Raiders.
Who's trying to make it drop? You know just how life get. But it is what it is. It's fool's gold. It ain't real. Don't believe media. But yeah, it's cool though. Everyone's excited for you though.
Now, does that show me somebody that's cocky? He said they're trying to make my stock go down. You know the way the world is. It is what it is. But don't believe in the fool's gold. Somebody's, you know what? And here's the irony shit right here. This is what's crazy to me. What if it's the Raiders the one making him drop so they can get him? See, just because he's dropping, I know that what they're saying about him is stupid shit to make him drop. You know, talk about his attitude. But it'd be crazy if the Raiders were the one to be putting that shit out there. Talk about, we gonna get you. We gonna get you at 6. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that shit go. But I mean, he's not bothered by it. A cocky motherfucker be like, man, that's bullshit, man. Ain't no better. I'm the best ever. He ain't say none of that. He said it is what it is. So that tells me adversity ain't shit to him. See, y'all read the wrong shit. Adversity is nothing to him. He's gonna overcome it. That's his mentality. That's exactly what he said in that damn interview. If you watch his body movement, his body language, it is what it is. You know how it is. He wasn't upset about it. Let it be. Whatever it's going to be is going to be. Let me deal with it. That's the kind of man Deion raised. But y'all don't see that shit because some of y'all probably didn't even have dads. Let's go with motherfucking Warren Sapp busting this shit down for y'all by the very last compound. See how it sounds? A little irrational. A lot of MCs like to use the word dramatical. Fresh for 2025. You suckers.
You don't complete 70% of your balls without an offensive line, then come back the next year and put up another almost 40 touchdowns with a freshman playing left tackle and a freshman that grew playing left tackle. That ain't an easy job. when you want to run, you make you a Heisman run, and they won't even put you in consideration, and you the best thing going. And then when you hit this, oh my God, I'm gonna be nice, McShay. You know, give his critique. Come out. Oh, I don't see much difference between Dart and Shedeur. Oh. What the hell did you just say? Does that even make sense? And then you get into it like, well, everything Shedeur is doing is east, west, and this and that. But the end.
All right, here's part 2.
You don't complete 70% of your balls without an offensive line, then come back the next year and put up another almost 40 touchdowns with a freshman playing left tackle. And a freshman that grew playing left tackle. That ain't an easy job. when you want to run, you make you a Heisman run, and they won't even put you in consideration, and you the best thing going. And then when you hit this, oh my God, I'm gonna be nice, McShay. You know, give his critique. Come out. Oh, I don't see much difference between Dart and Shedeur. Oh. What the hell did you just say? Does that even make sense? And then you get into it like, well, everything Shedeur is doing is east, west, and this and that, but the end.
That was the part 2. I forgot I didn't get part 2. But yeah, you're just breaking it down like the stats that Shador has is not Dart. And we understand the potential Dart can. All of the time, every time we get somebody that just come out of nowhere. Oh, Dart moving up from the combine? Ain't that why we drafted Tyree Wilson? That didn't do a combine because he was coming off injury, but that's what McDaniels and them was seeing in him, right? His potential. So that's what people seeing in Dart. Like I said, I don't knock Dart. If you got the right coaches that think they can coach him up, hey, handle that shit. But nobody knew who the fuck Dart was until the media start talking about Dart. Nobody knew who Tyree Wilson was until everybody started talking about Tyree Wilson. It made you overlook motherfucking Jalen, what you call it, the defensive tackle that we could have got. But I mean, I understand the circumstances. You're hesitant to bring him into an environment that would probably offer him more trouble. You know what I mean? But he's been okay, solid so far in Philadelphia. But then again, all you can do in Philadelphia is eat a cheesesteak and fart, Putin fart. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just want to break that one down. So that's Shador Sanders. That's another possibility at number 6 overall. Let's move on. Here we go here. Mr. Tetaroa McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona. There's somebody out there in Raider Nation land that compares him, saying that he gives him Hayward Bay vibes. Yeah, somebody actually said that. They said McMillan gives them Hayward Bay vibes. But if anybody knows about Hayward Bay, it wasn't that he wasn't big enough, strong enough, or fast enough. He couldn't catch. Couldn't catch. You got a guy here in McMillan. 2024 statistics. 6'5", 212 pounds. Correct. He ran a 4.4840. He just had a pro day. 84 receptions for 1,319 yards, man. With a 13.7 catch per catch average. He had 8 touchdowns. 6'5", 212, 4.4840. Now, there's a few guys in this draft that same size I'm talking about the same measurables. Height, weight, and speed. There's some guys out there. Everybody knows Savion Williams, TCU, 6'5", 224, 4.4940 at the combine. There's another guy. Hold on, I'm going to get his name too, and I know what school he went to. Who is the wide receiver from Iowa State in this year's NFL draft?
Jaden Higgins. According to the New York Times, Jaden Higgins.
Oh, hold on. Jaden Higgins is 6'4", 217 pounds with a 4.4840. There's guys out there in this draft that if you're looking for a big body, 50-50 ball, red zone type threat with speed that can take the lid off of with his size and speed, bruh, they're out there. That's why the NFL is changing right before our eyes. We didn't always have these physical specimen with that kind of speed at wide receiver. And the thing that makes McMillan not Hayward Bay, he has 10-inch hands. I told y'all there's a big difference. There's a reason why a lot of cats fumble. Quarterbacks, wide receivers can't catch. There's a reason why. I told y'all before, there's an issue that I have with like Derek Carr coming out of college. He fumbled a lot, strip sacks, because he had 9 and a quarter, or 9 and a quarter inch ball enough, but not enough to, if somebody knock it out your hand, bruh, it's a wrap. And it's the same with Geno Smith. He had 9 fumbles last year, 9 and an 1/8 quarter inch hand size, small hands. But you got McMillan with 10. All your great receivers, go look it up. Great receivers, quarterbacks that never drop the ball, big hands. There's a reason why they measure your hands in college. Matter of fact, let me see. Hayward Bay just had hands of stone. Hayward Bay was Roberto Duran. For those that don't know boxing, Roberto Duran nickname was Hands of Stone. That was Darius Hayward Bay. It's not the same, bruh. McMillan is nowhere near a fucking Hayward Bay, bro. Let me see. Let me get to the chat one time. Oh, y'all like that shit?
From out of town. There you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, man, these are my 4 guys that at 4 could possibly. Let's check in on the poll, man. Let me see one time. I don't have to mute the site. Let me go to the I want to see what the polls say. What? Oh man. Hold on real quick, y'all. I gotta shit. View all my channels. That's not it. We gotta log out. God dang son of a bitch. Sign out. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to get this 341. Continue. Sign in. Bam. Bam. All right. Let me go to Raiders Rebel is live right now saying don't draft Shador. He's entitled to his opinion, but I wonder why you say don't draft him. Is it because of his dad? We shall soon see. Let me see. Go to the channel. I gotta see exactly what the poll is saying. Hey, shut up, Tick. All right. Where is our poll? Shout out to everybody out there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Once again, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like if you have not done so. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out there. I see everybody in there. BINs. All right. So let me see. I don't see the poll in there no more. Maybe it's all the way up. Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. Let me close this shit real quick. All right. So let's get back to it. So yeah, man, that's my 4 guys that I believe could possibly be there at 6. What do we do? Do we rock with Genty, McMillan, Graham, or Sanders? They all play a role. McMillan, I think, is another one that I would probably place see this now. I'm stuck between McMillan and Genty when it comes to comparing these two. For one, running backs is a deeper class. You got a freak wide receiver sitting there at your grasp at 6 with McMillan. We do need a number 1 wide receiver. We don't have one. That will solve that problem. But the thing is, we knowing the emphasis that Pete Carroll and them is putting on this team as far as we're going to be run heavy. So we're going to use more running game than we are passing game, which means we're going to need running backs. So that makes that argument makes Genty more valuable than McMillan. But McMillan's argument over Genty is we don't have a number 1 wide receiver, and he is a number 1 wide receiver. That you put him in you put McMillan with a Bowers and a Jacoby Myers, and you just get your running back later. It may not be Genty. It could be somebody else, but there's a lot of productive running backs in this draft. I tell man, you building an offense. I'm pretty sure a lot of teams ain't gonna want to face, just because. I mean, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. But see, Genty allows you this. You think Bowers got off last year like he did? Imagine having a running back like Genty where you're forcing teams to stack the box, leaving Jacoby Myers and Bowers, and we'll get it. And say we get Diggs. Then you don't have to use a draft pick. You just sign Diggs, put him with Jacoby Myers, put him with Bowers. You drafted Genty. Genty gives you that dimension where teams stack the box. If he's busting their ass, they're going to stack the box, which means Diggs, Bowers, and Myers, Jacoby Myers are all going to go single coverage. Single coverage. Bruh, that's scary. That's scary. You making every receiver on this team, and then teams are going to have to adjust. Do we stack the box or we don't? Do we stack the box? And we see Genty can be used in the passing game. Bruh. So my thing will be this. If the Raiders do sign a wide receiver such as Diggs, then Genty is that much more probable of being a Raider at 6. I'll say that because the wide receiver spot is taken care of. If they don't get a wide receiver, then Genty is probably going to be there. I think him and because I don't think Shador is the end-all, be-all. Shador might go before he gets to 6 anyway. We see all this smoke screens teams are putting out there. Shador could go first. Not first overall, but first before we pick. Which means we'll go ahead and address another avenue, whether it's a Dart, whether it's a Milroe. I like Milroe as a developmental. We got Geno now. We don't have Milroe will be the perfect quarterback to put behind a Geno Smith under a 3-year contract. That gives you time to really work with this raw talent in Milroe and develop him. But if you can develop him in the passing game, your future is bright. In this Chip Kelly offense, bright, bruh. Bright. So it all depends on what happens to the Raiders now before the draft. Now, between now and in the end of April, whatever happens, free agents, trades, or whatnot, all that is going to dictate the draft to us. If Diggs is signed to us, I don't see a wide receiver being taken at 6. Genty could possibly be it. Or if they want to rock with the quarterback. But see, the one thing with going to quarterback that high, where we know he's not going to be playing, he's not playing this year. So you're not getting any production out of a first-round pick if it's a quarterback. If it's a second-round quarterback, it's okay if he don't start. Hey, sit him. Third round, sit him. Wherever you think you can get Milroe, Dart, get him later, sit him. Because that's what's going to happen. I don't want to sit a first-round pick. You're wasted a year on a 4-year contract with a possible 5th. So, but Milroe, you can sit him. You won't even blink twice about sitting him behind Geno. And Geno can get that 3-year deal if that's when they want to get him, because Milroe needs development like that. Like, go the Green Bay route. Make sure your Jordan Love is ready when Aaron Rodgers is gone. You make sure Milroe is ready when Geno Smith is gone. And that gives you time to do that, to really let him absorb the system where the system is second nature to him. By the time he hits that field, it's going to be smooth sailing because he's been learning the system for 3 years behind Geno. So you could go that route and still use that 6th pick for a running back. You get Genty then. Or you trade back if you feel like you can trade back and still get a guy of your need. And Graham. Graham is another one. Defense wins championships. You add Graham to that defensive line we already got, bruh, and then let the secondary work its way out in competition with all this long, lanky ass safeties and corners. We just need to figure out the linebacker group, and we can do that in the draft easy. There was a rumor out there also about the Raiders entertaining trading for what's dude Fred, the linebacker from the Niners. I don't know if that's true or not, but if they swing that bat and hit that ball, that shit's over the fence if they get him. Oh, you add, man, we need to solidify and you, if you pull that move and you fuck around and you could still get a Jihad Campbell to add with Elderin. That's dirt. That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work for real. Fred Warner, yeah. Forgive me, y'all. I be losing it sometimes. I be having everything in my head, and I be trying to figure out what I'm gonna say first, and I be forgetting shit. Fred, boy, if they pull that off, and I'm gonna give y'all a name at wide receiver too. Ain't nobody mentioned about it. I know about a month ago he came out and took everything back, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Chip could be interested in. See, people only downing Dylan Gabriel because of his size. Don't you know when he went in and had meetings at the combine, he blew every team away with his ability to identify defenses and break them down? I'm telling you, he's not your average dude. He's better. Look, I told y'all about Bo Nix. He makes it to the playoffs. It's all about being in the right system. Gabriel is mobile. He's 5'10", but he's mobile. And he has an arm, a lefty. I'm telling you right now, I'm like I say, and I keep telling y'all know I fuck with the Ducks heavy. I watch every Ducks game. Every Ducks game. And Gabriel, he can, at the next level, he can do it. He can do it. Fuck his height. Nobody said nothing about Drew Brees. Period. Michael Vick wasn't the tallest motherfucker either. But these motherfuckers was mobile. And that's another left-handed. Not saying he's Michael Vick, though, but he got wheels. I didn't see this boy take off and score long-distance touchdowns. You know what I mean? Geno Smith did the same thing this past year with Seattle. Long-distance touchdowns. And they couldn't catch him. But to be realistic, knowing how the draft works, I even said Dylan Gabriel, I would not put him over Jackson Dart, not because of ability, because of size. Because a lot of people going to play a part in size. It does play a part, but that doesn't mean that quarterback is going to succumb to it and be like, you know what, I'm not tall enough. Not when somebody like Arizona has Kyler Murray. You know what? Not when you got somebody like that playing in the NFL. Yeah, we seen what that little bastard did to us when he played us. It's like that motherfucker was running around forever and got a touchdown and 2-point conversion doing that shit. So a mobile quarterback, even though he ain't 6'2", 6'3", I'm not worried about that shit. Gabriel gonna be all right when he gets to the NFL. Y'all see, somebody's gonna grab him. Might not be first round, it might be second or third, but Gabriel is not no dummy. He's very intelligent when it comes to football. Very. It's the same kind of intelligence that made Tom Brady wasn't the most athletic, but he was very, very intelligent with X's and O's. Gabriel is that same dude. He's that fucking on top of it when it comes to knowing the game of football. Yes, Knicks went to the right situation. That's why everybody is saying Shador to the Raiders. It's the right situation. You can't tell me it's not. You're working out with Geno Smith. He's the starter. You got Tom Brady, minority owner. He trained you since high school. In an offense like Chip Kelly that I know Shador can run. And this is what I said also. Even if you have a Geno Smith and you got Shador behind him learning, and say after Geno Smith's contract is up, you renegotiate him because he will be about 38 years old. What starting jobs will be left in the NFL for Geno Smith to go compete for? Let's be honest. Geno does a 3-year deal. He's 38 years old. Contract is over. What other jobs in the NFL will be available for him to compete for a starting job? In 3 years. Don't forget the next year, what next year's quarterback class is going to be. And then the year after that. And then the year after that. Any team going youth movement, they're going youth movement, they starting. Geno Smith he's going to be a backup somewhere. So why not be a backup on the same team? After your deal, we'll bring you back and you can help Shador from being backup status. That's what every team does with a young quarterback. Go get a veteran to help groom him, right? Shador takes over. You have Geno Smith fall back. And maybe Geno wants to get into coaching. Maybe a quarterback coach or something eventually. Get under Pete Carroll while Pete Carroll's there. Pete Carroll got a 3-year deal. If a 3-year deal is signed with Geno and Geno's done after 3, I think the Raiders will probably pick up the 4th year on Pete Carroll. Why not? If things are working in the right direction and we're in the playoffs and getting 1 or 2 wins into the playoffs, Pete Carroll ain't going nowhere. Not yet. Not yet unless something medically happens, knock on wood. But if he's still functioning, bruh, Let them rock. Let them rock. Let them rock. I'm telling you, some people just, they don't age the same. Period. Point blank. My mom, look, my mom is old. Boy, is she old? Is she old? Is she old? But I love her to death. She's gonna be 89 this year. She still drives, functioning, everything. Not no cane. She doesn't have no stroller. She don't, none of that. Mobs around. I can barely keep up with her. You know what I mean? She outlived all her husbands, her ex-husbands. You know what I mean? She on one right now. Bruh, hey, take care of your health, bruh. Cause mom's, hey, she's an exception to the rule. I don't know how she does it, but she's very healthy. Just say that. She's very healthy. She don't have any bad habits. She's not a drinker, not a smoker. And she exercises. She gets out and walks. And I ain't talking about no slow, sometimes you get those older people that you can see, aged and caught up with them, curvature of the spine, osteoporosis, all the, hip joints. And moms have none of that. You know what I mean? Thank God. But yeah, Pete Carroll's one of them guys that he's going to go longer than usual. Longer than usual, for real. That's right. Hit them thumbs up, y'all. Appreciate it, man. What time is it? Yeah, it's time for me to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Right on, SoCal. For real, for real. That's the only parent I got left. That's the only parent I got left, man. But, you know what I mean? Life is life. Like Shador said, you know how life is. It is what it is. You just got to deal with it. Ain't no sense sitting there griping and moaning and complaining. Somebody got it worse than you. But just because they got it worse than you doesn't lessen the blow that you done took, period. You know what I mean? You got to learn those lessons in life. My pain is no less than yours, even though you might went through a greater deal than me. It's still pain. You know what I mean? That's like being shot and being stabbed. You may have been shot, I've been stabbed, but both of them motherfuckers hurt. You feel me? They both hurt. Believe that shit. All right, y'all. Admin, shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Let me see what else. Just Raiders, baby, in the building, man. Salute to y'all, man. Hey, you guys enjoy your Monday, man. Be safe out there. Shout out to the 92 watching. Everybody on Instagram. Everybody on where we at? On X, formerly known as Twitter. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Yeah, man, we on there, man. X is deep, man. 56 people watching from X, man. I appreciate y'all. Man, please come on over to YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. Once we get 3,000, we will be doing a TV giveaway to one lucky subscriber, man. So stay tuned, man. We're working. I think we're at 2240. 2240 last time I checked. Might be a little bit more now. I don't know. But we'll get into it, man. You guys enjoy your day. Be blessed. Make it back to home to your loved ones. Make sure let me see, I ain't missing. Yoshi in the building. Salute to my 2 cents in the building. Yes, indeed, man. I just want to make sure I got everybody. Like I said, leave no Raider behind. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your day. Be safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. It's the Lunatic Raider Show with your boy Lunatic Raider, man. Hey, y'all take care. God bless. And I'm out this B-I-H. Ha-ha.